Marquita was born and raised in Los Amigos, Tugbuk, Davao City. He received a full writing fellowship from Ateneo de Davao, MSU, ITT in Iligan, De La Salle University, University of the Philippines, ICW, UP in Cebu, UP in Tacloban, and UP in Baguio. He is also a recipient of Carlos Palanca Memorial Awards in 2011, 2015, and 2017, and a Sutter Apoyan Writing Contest in 2010 for fiction in Cebuano and poetry for children in Filipino. So his works are Tagolilong, Ang Mga Nawawala in 2017 and won second prize for Tulang Pambata, Carlos Palanca Memorial Award in CPMA. And in 2017, he also won the third prize for Cebuano short story. Ang Iisang Paa ng Tsinelas in 2015 won first prize for Tulang Pambata in CPMA category, also CPMA. Isla Verde in 2011 won second prize for Cebuano short and category is CPMA. Kinsay Nagpatay sa Paris sa Kalinan in 2010 won second prize for Sutter Apoyon short story writing contest. Unsaon Pagpatay sa Ukok Dagmay.com in November 2016. Katong Nagbinahinay sa Saging Dagmay.com in February 2009. Errol Marquita is also a freelance writer that is based currently in Davao, and he believes that even cockroaches can go to heaven. So the poem Unsaon Pagpatay sa Ukok is written by a Davaoeno writer, and the poet uses sensory experiences to clearly project the message of the poem, Ways to Kill a Cockroach. So the line, kung makita nimong gakamang-kamang ang ukok, appeals to our sense of sight, which is the visual. The line, tusukag yud hangtod madunggan nimong napislat ang iyang lawas, appeals to our sense of hearing, which is auditory. The line, unya kuhaa dayon kag silhi. The line, unya kuha dayon kag silhig, hipusa, tapuka, isulod sa sako, appeals to your sense of touch, which is tactile. The use of sensory languages helps the reader create a clear scenario and feelings that the poem is trying to convey.
This poem that is written by Errol Marquita was all about Unsaon Pagpatay sa Ukok, but obviously it has a deeper meaning that we will report to you through this video presentation as you listen along with us, and you will understand how our society is very dangerous nowadays.
Good day everyone, I am Joe Mardi Cantilla, and I will be discussing the plot of poetry by Errol Marquita, which is Unsaon Pagpatay sa Ukok. Pag-andam og tsinelas, kanang baga, kanang malaparo. Pag-andam og tirungan, kanang talinis, kanang taas. Pag-andam og silhig ug sako, kanang dako, kanang lapad. Tuktuka sa iyang panimalay, kung makita nimong gakamang-kamang ang mga ukok sa boulevard, hinahinayag dool unya kalikpulo pa sa baga nga tsinelas. Ug makaikyas unya musukol ang inahak, kuhaa ang tirungan, tusuka sa lungag kay tingali, wisuksok sa barangay 23-C. Tusuka gayud hantod madunggan nimong napislat ang iyang lawas. Unya kuha dayon kag silhig, hipusa, tapuka, isulod sa sako, panaghoy murag daw sa waay. Inig kadlawon ilabay sa kasagbutan, ug aron mahimong nuan ang tanan, butangi og pasidaan, ukok ako, wag niyong tularan. Sayon ra patyon ang mga gagmayng ukok, pero kung dinagko na, insekto na gani, ayaw sa patya, kaysa dihan pa. Despite the poem being portrayed in a way where an insect was used as its main subject, we cannot deny the fact that the meaning behind this piece was deep and very alarming. Why? Well, it is because the plot of the poem depicts a controversial social issue that became rampant in our country during the presidential term of former President Rodrigo Duterte. If one reads the poem for the first time, humor can be noticed immediately. Yet, along the way, one would generalize the topic is all about extrajudicial killings. This matter being disdained and that is had vandalized humans' right. Therefore, one should always think things through before engaging in acts that can lead to one's demise. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, I am April P. Sabelio. So my point of view of Unsaon Pagpatay sa Okok. So the poem was written in the third person point of view or perspective because this poem is just a command written by an author.
Hello everyone. So in this poem, I can give two themes. The first one is not all good things are right and not all right things are good. For example, is that in this poem, it has something stated that if makakita ka og like patin dayon nimo siya or imo siyang kukuron if magtago siya. And it is the same with the drug addicts or some suspect if you imagine some scenarios where the police are finding suspect, if the suspect tries to fight with the police and then they left with no choice, they're going to shoot him or her. And the same with the ok, if you find especially me, if I find some a cockroach inside my room, I will definitely kill it. I cannot sleep knowing that there's cockroach flying over or crawling all over the floor, and I really need to kill that. The same with the police, they really need to catch that culprit or shoot that, especially if his case is very big to handle or it is very especially if the suspect is very dangerous. And killing people is not right because we have no rights to end people's lives, but it is a right to do since he did very wrong decision and he might repeat it again to another people. And you know, who knows who's gonna be her or his next victim. So that's it. The second one or the second theme that I can give to this poem is condemnation without investigation is the height of ignorance, according to Albert Einstein. So which means is you can read on the last part of the of the poem is that if you see a biggest ok, I think, or biggest insect, you should not kill it immediately. Instead, you will be going to study about that insect. And it is the same what is happening in our country. For example, is I can give you an example, which is for example is if there's a drug addict, you should not like focus on the drug addicts only or the drug users. You should do your research and study on how their business works instead of focusing on drug users. Why shouldn't you find who is the real pushers, right? If there's no pushers, there's no users. And with that information, then you can really definitely find the real culprit and stop this thing, just like how did our former president Rodrigo Duterte did. Instead of just like killing those drug addicts, he really did his research to stop the drug pushers. And we all know that it really did work, not until his term ended and all of these dangerous things that he stopped are slowly, going back, or slowly coming back to its feel, and that is really, really alarming. So anyways, that is the two things that I can give to this point.